Hey guys, how are you doing? Very well. In today's video I'm going to talk about my retired piercings and what a retired piercing is. I think that's what the cool kids call it anyway, I don't know, but what a retired piercing is when you take out a piercing and you do not put any jewellery in that piercing hole or placement anymore. And I've definitely got a few of those. Believe it or not, I used to have quite a few piercings, but as I've gotten older I've taken them out and gone for a more minimal look. Not that I find piercings unattractive or I don't like piercings, in fact I love them. It's just something, I just started concentrating more on tattoos, and that's the path I kind of took. I'm not saying that you can only take one path, but that was just what I did with my body. It's my body, my choice. I've got nothing against people that have piercings, get piercings, whatever. Obviously I still have some, like hello. I'm not against them. I'm also going to talk about the piercings that I would like to get, but I won't, or piercings that I want to get. Probably in the future, something I will definitely plug up the courage to get soon. And I'm saying that like it's a big deal, but honestly I find piercings so scary. Like I hate getting piercings done. I like the after feeling, like once it's done and the jewelry's in, I'm like, oh yes, I did it, give me a gold star, thank you very much, I went through it. I just think piercings are so much more painful and traumatic than getting a tattoo, because with a tattoo it's just a continuous feeling and it's not extremely painful. With piercings it's like one massive sharp stab and it's just like holy shit, that really fucking hurt, and then wherever you've got pierced is like throbbing for like 3 days. It might just be me, I don't know, but I just find piercings so intense and so, just sedate me. Can we just sedate me? And then I wake up and I've got all the piercings I want and they're all healed. And that's another thing. Piercings take a long time to heal. It's not like a tattoo where you have to babysit it for like 2 weeks. Like any kind of piercing, you need to babysit it for like 6 weeks, even up to a year, depending where you get pierced and how your body reacts to that piercing. It's a whole ordeal and it's stressful. Let's talk about the piercings I have in this moment in time. So what I have at the moment is my nose, nostril, if you want to be political about it, I don't know. I have just the normal lobe piercing, so just one here. What else do I have? I have my Medusa or Philtrum, whatever you want to call it. Some piercings have like nicknames, I don't know. And I have my tragus pierced also, and that is it, I believe. Yeah, that is all I have at this precise moment in time, but I've had a few more. But they've kind of just come and gone, you know. I've got them, got bored or didn't like them anymore or whatever, and they've come out. So let's talk about the piercings that I have had. Is that English? I think so. I don't know. So I'm going to start with mouth. I think the first ever mouth piercing I got was a Monroe piercing. So it's the side of the upper lip. I got that when I was 16 or 17. I don't really remember. I had it for quite a while though, and I've still to this day got a nice little scar indentation there. Hang on. Oh, it's on this side. It's the here. I'll show you close-ups with no makeup on because you probably won't see it as much as you would without makeup on, or sometimes when I wear makeup it accentuates it. But yeah, I got that when I was 16, 17. I can't remember the exact age. It was a while ago. And I had it until I was about 20-ish, and I had it in for about 3 years, I think, 2-3 years. And then my boyfriend at the time, I had it before I met him, but my boyfriend at the time didn't like it, and I was fucking stupid and I took it out because I was like, oh, maybe he doesn't find me attractive. Like we all have those moments where you're just like, oh, I want my boyfriend to find me attractive. Like I'm not like that at all anymore, and I will put my foot down anytime someone says like, oh, my boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever doesn't like this on me, should I take it out or should I remove it or should I not do it, should I not get it? I'm like, no, if you want to get a tattoo, get a piercing, wear a bit of jewellery, whatever, it's your body, you do it. I learned from my mistakes. He's obviously not in my life anymore. Just don't sacrifice who you are for people, it's not worth it. Anyway, I learnt my lesson and that's why I'm so preachy about it. But yeah, I took it out for a while, managed to put the jewellery back in. I remember when I saw my boyfriend at the time, when I put it back in, he was like, oh, you've put it back in, it's there again. I was like, yeah, I like it. And then in the end I ended up not liking it anymore anyway. It was, when I got it done, it was like, I don't want to be that person, but it was like quite a in thing to do. Obviously people still get them, but they had like a rise in popularity and I kind of liked it, and I was just like, I'm gonna get one of those as well. But yeah, I kind of got bored of it, and it to me it didn't really suit my face anymore, and yeah, I ended up getting rid of it. I've also had the bottom of my lip pierced with just a normal labret piercing, so like the same as a Monroe. I just had like a little stud like I have for my philtrum. Again, I actually got quite bored of that quickly, and that was nothing to do with anyone's influence or anything. I kept eating it, and like the ball would always come out, and I would always accidentally chew on the bar. I think the way it was pierced was super dodgy as well. I think it was at an angle like this, so I'd always bite on the back and it would be so painful, and the feeling would send shivers through my spine, and I just couldn't deal with that anymore. So I was just like, no. I don't know how long it lasted. It might have been a year, 2 years, something like that. I have 2 dots underneath my lip. You can't actually see them when I'm like talking normally or whatever, but if I put a face like this, you'll be able to see them. You probably can't from there, but you'd be able to see them. And that's because I had that normal labret situation, and then I've had a vertical labret 2 times. So the first time I just took it out. I didn't want it anymore. I don't know why. I just took it out and just didn't fancy it anymore. I was like, I don't want that. And then I won a competition for a tattoo piercing studio that opened up near me, where they were giving out free piercings to 30 people that shared their opening welcome Facebook page message or something. I don't know, but I won that. And then I actually got it done again because I actually missed it. So like I took it out because I was just like not fussed about it. I was like, if this closes up or whatever it is, I don't care anymore. But then I ended up missing it, because you know when you look back at photos and you're just like, oh shit, I actually really think that looked good on me. Why did I ever take that out? You know, like you always think, why did I ever change that about myself? And you're just like, for fuck's sake. So I got that done again, and again I ended up getting a bit bored of it and I took it out. And also with that one, I kept eating it as well by accident. Like I'd accidentally chew on it. The feeling of teeth chomping down on metal, it just does not do anything for me at all. So that disappeared very quickly again, and I haven't had it back since. I haven't had any issues with my philtrum. I've never accidentally chewed on it or bit on it. I've never accidentally swallowed any jewellery. I've had this for a year and a half, just over a year and a half now, and it doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't irritate anything. Well, actually, if me and Liam kiss for a while, it can grate against my gums, and then that can get kind of annoying, and I'd get like an achy situation, and then kissing him more hurts. But we don't do that often. And another mouth piercing that I've had is my tongue. I have actually had my tongue pierced 3 times in total. First time I got my tongue pierced, I was 15. I went to the same place that I went to get my first sort of 5-ish tattoos, so underage, really dodgy. So this guy pierced my tongue at 15. This is why I make educational videos on tattoos. Don't make the same mistakes as I do, kids. All right, okay, cool. But yeah, I got my first tongue piercing at 15. My mum made me take it out. Well, she didn't actually make me take it out. She was like, if you don't take it out, you can't go to Thorpe Park with your friend, right? And I was just like 15 and I had serious FOMO. I was like, if I don't go to Thorpe Park with my friend, I'm missing out. My life's gonna end. So I took it out so I could go to Thorpe Park, and that was a really good tactic from my mum, to be honest, because I think she knew that would work. So, oh, how times have changed, you know? I used to be such a sheep when I was a kid. Like, I could not miss out on anything. Such an idiot. Anywho, yeah, so I took that out, and then I think as soon as I turned 17, maybe late 16, I got it done again, and that time it stuck. Like, I didn't take it out. It took me a while to take that out, actually. I think I was 21. Actually, no, I think I might have taken it out when I was like 22, 23. I actually got another tongue piercing, so I had it twice, so I had 2 bars in my tongue. That was a wild ride. I was really greedy with that. I'm not sure why. I've never been that extra before when it comes to a piercing, but I was really fucking extra. I didn't actually notice, and I had no idea when this happened, but what had happened, the 2 bars, or the 2 piercing holes, had merged together to make one, and I didn't even notice. I literally did not notice, and I stuck my tongue out in the mirror, and I noticed that the front one could go all the way back to the second one. Like, I was pushing it back. I was like, oh my god, that is disgusting. So I took one out, and then I think I left one in, and hope that the hole would close up. But then at that point I was kind of just over it anyway. But oh my god, yeah, that was something. when I discovered that, I was just like, ew, oh my god, this has been going on in my mouth. Mate, sort your life out. Look at your piercings more, bloody hell. I've still got like a scar in my tongue. I've got like this line. And yeah, I've got like an indent. I can't actually put a tongue bar through there because I did try about a year ago. I ordered a tongue bar just to see, like from eBay, it was £1. I just wanted to see if I could still get a tongue bar in there, because I heard when I was younger, I don't know if this is true, someone informed me down below. This is why I talk about tattoos and not piercings that often. But I heard that with tongue piercings, they either close up very, very quickly or they stay open forever. I don't know how true that is, but I wanted to see if it was true and if I could get a bar through there. I could not, it wasn't happening. And I don't think I would have worn, actually no, I think I would have worn the jewellery for a little bit and just to see if anyone would notice, like when making videos or whatever. Okay, and on to navel piercings. Oh my god, you guys, I went through some things when I got navel piercings. I was so desperate to make them work. So I got my first navel belly button piercing when I was 15. My mum actually allowed me to do this, which was strange. But yeah, I got my first one when I was like 15. It got infected. It rejected so hard. I have the gnarliest scars on my belly button, guys. Like it's been through some things because I was just so stubborn. I was desperate to have a pretty belly button. But yeah, it rejected and it was disgusting. So it was rejecting, and I was in denial, and I just don't be this person, seriously. But yeah, it was rejecting, and it was getting to the point where there was literally no more skin there. It was literally, the bar was hanging on just by like a scab and a little bit of skin. Like I literally yanked it out, right? I was just like, what is going on here? And I kind of just like yanked it out a little bit, you know? Oh, it was so disgusting. And I was just like looking at it like, what the fuck? And then I had this like 2 bits of like scabby skin just like sticking out like this on my belly. And hang on, I don't know, let me look at the scar. Yeah, you can kind of tell what happened with the scar. So that happened, and I obviously had to wait a long time for that situation to heal and to scar up. And then I went to another piercer, like a piercer that was like legit and specialised in piercings, instead of going to a guy that pierced and tattooed people underage. But I went to like a specialist that did piercings and, you know, knew what they were doing. So what you can do with stuff like that and surface piercings and navel piercings, you can go a little bit deeper. So this piercer went a lot deeper. It was so fucking painful. Oh my god. And in hopes that it wouldn't reject, and I got better aftercare solution, and like this piercer was amazing and stuff. So she was like, you do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. If it even remotely looks like it's rejecting, come back to me, I'll tell you what to do. But there is a chance you just reject piercings, and me being young, I was like, yeah, no, this time it all worked for me. It did not work for me. So I went back a couple of times and she's like, no, it's rejecting. Okay, it's really rejecting. You're just gonna have to take it out. So I took it out. Me being me, stubborn, fucking idiot, me. I decided to go back to that woman, and I was just like, hey, I actually still want my belly button pierced, and I know the top's rejecting, so can we just try the bottom? So she pierced the bottom for me, and that actually held much better than the top. And when I was getting my navel piercings, I don't think this has got anything to do with it, to be honest with you, but when I was getting navel piercings, I was really, really skinny. Like there was no stomach fat on me at all. Like I was an actual twig, not for any reason, just high metabolism. That's fucked off, thank you very much, please come back, I need you. But I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. I highly doubt it, to be honest with you, but I was very, very, very skinny, and there wasn't much flesh to really pierce. So I don't know. But anyway, the bottom stuck a lot more better. It did reject a teeny little bit, but it did heal properly, and it did end up staying, thank god, for a bit anyway. And then I got bored of that, and then I decided to get the 2 sides of my navel belly button pierced. So I ended up having 3. So in total I've had my navel pierced 5 times, but I've only had 3 in at once, and that was the bottom and the 2 sides. The 2 side ones didn't stick. No, weren't happening. Just wasn't, no. Didn't happen, mate. Absolutely not. It was not happening. They started rejecting, and then I was just like, for fuck's sake. And then it made a ripple effect onto my bottom one, which all of a sudden started rejecting. I was just like, I cannot win. So I ended up like letting them sit for a bit, and I did look after them, and I didn't over clean them, but I didn't under clean them. You know, like I looked after them as best as I could, and I was hoping and praying they would work. And by this time, I think I was like 20 or something. This had taken a while to get to that point, and yeah, I've given up on any kind of surface piercing, like absolutely not, no thank you. Okay, let's move on to ear. So I got my first lobe piercings when I was in lower school. I think it was like 8, 9, 10, I don't really remember. They got absolutely disgusting and infected because I wouldn't let my mum anywhere near them to clean them because it hurt too much. And don't pierce your kids' ears, you know, just, well, you know what, do what you want with your kids and whatever, but it didn't work for me. And of course they were done with a piercing gun at Claire's. Don't do that. If you're going to pierce your kids' ears, for the love of Christ, just go to a proper professional that will do it with a needle. It's so much more safer. Just avoid guns. They do not, but they just, no. Please, can we not with those? Just don't do it. If you want to get your kids' ears pierced, just please do it with a needle. Not yourself, go to someone else, but like, you know, if you have to. But yeah, it was my choice to get my ears pierced. I was, you know, 8, 9, 10. I asked for it. Every other motherfucker in school had it, so I wanted to have it. And it didn't work out for me, and I started crying about it. I was like, why is it not happening? Why is it infected? I want to keep them. My mum was like, well, you've got to let me clean them. And I was like, no, it hurts. And then she was like, well, they've got to come out. And then I was like, absolutely not. And it was just a constant battle. Oh God, being a child was traumatic. So in the end, they had to come out, they closed up, and then I got them again, and it worked out that time because I was older and wiser. I say that lightly. And then I got my second holes when I was, I think 16 or 17, I think, yeah, 16 or 17 I got the second holes done. And then I got the top of my ear, so like the cartilage, I don't know what side it was on to be honest now, but I got the cartilage done when I was 16. And that come out pretty quickly to be honest. I think I only had that for a year because the constant throbbing pain of it, like if you hit it or bashed it or banged it or even looked at it, it would create a fuss, so I took that out pretty quickly. I have commitment issues with piercings, don't I? Fuck me. The only one that I've had for a long time is lobe and tragus, to be honest with you. Anyway, and I ended up taking out the second hole of my ear. I actually don't know why I did that. Like, what possessed me? Because that's one of the piercings I want to get soon. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, I don't know what possessed me to do that. And then I got my tragus pierced, which I've had this jewellery in since I've had the piercing. I really need to get it changed, but I just cannot be bothered. But yeah, I got this when I was 18, I think, or 19. But yeah, this has been in here forever. I don't even feel it anymore. It's just like non-existent to me. And then when I was 22, 23, I got industrial scaffolding. I had that quite a while. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you might have seen it in very old videos, I think maybe. And then I ended up taking that out because anytime I would wear headphones, it would really irritate it. Like unbelievable pain, like throbbing pain. And when I edit videos, I have to use over-ear headphones. I cannot not wear them. I love to edit with headphones on. I don't like editing openly and freely, and I don't like those in-ear things. Like I try and avoid them at all costs for the most part, unless I'm like traveling or whatever, then I use them. But for editing, I need that like surround sound, good quality-ness. So yeah, it really started to affect that. It was getting to the point of even like sleeping on it was just not happening, even though it was old. It just kept hurting, and it was just bugging me, to be honest with you. So I took out the bar, and I ended up putting like a stud in the top hole and then a ring in the bottom hole. And again, I don't know why I took those out, because that wasn't affecting my editing or my headphone wearingness. I just took them out, and I actually regret doing that. Good job tattoos are permanent, right? Because God knows what state I would be in. Okay, and the last one is nose. I have had my nose pierced 3 times. This is my 3rd time. This is never, ever coming out. I don't actually remember why I got rid of the 2, because each time I got it, I was like, oh my God, that's so painful. I'm never doing it again. didn't learn from my lesson. Well, third time I learned from my lesson. But yeah, I've had my nose pierced. I don't know like how many times I've had each side, to be honest with you. I might have had this once and then this twice, or this once and then this twice. I don't know. But yeah, I've had my nose pierced. I just hate nose piercings so much. They're so painful. Like my eyes stream for like 3 hours after, and it just hurts to smile, to talk, to breathe, to live. I think that's just in general, to be honest. But yeah, I definitely don't want to like participate in any kind of nose piercings anytime soon. But that being said, leading on to what piercings I want, I really do want the other side of my nose pierced with like just a little stud or even a nose ring. I don't know, but I think double nostril piercing are so freaking awesome, like beyond awesome. I think they look really, really cool, and it's definitely something I would love to have. But oh my god, going through another nose piercing, I literally don't think I could handle that at all. Just like, please again sedate me, I don't want to go through that. Another piercing that I've said a few times that I would love to have got, I don't think I would do it now. I don't know, probably not. I've always wanted cheek piercings. I've always thought they were like really, really, really freaking cute, and I love them. I think they're adorable. But I know from watching Lilith's Bones, if you don't know who Lilith's Bones is, she's a creator here on YouTube. She talks about tattoos, piercings and other things. I'll leave a link to her channel. She has cheek piercings, but I've watched her videos on it and it just sounds like so much hard work, and as you can probably tell, hard work is not for me when it comes to piercings. I'm okay babysitting a tattoo for 2-3 weeks, that's fine, but oh my god, the whole babysitting piercings, and it sounds like cheek piercings take so long to heal, and I just don't think I can do that. But I do think they're absolutely like stunning, gorgeous, love them. And the other piercings I want is, I don't know what ear piercings, but like I want more ear piercings because ear piercings look really, really, really awesome and cute and cool, and I'd love to wear more ear jewelry and have like cohesive ear jewelry, so jewelry that matches each other. So I'll see the most amazing ear piercings slash jewelry setup, and I'd be like, wow, that looks so cool. Like someone will have a hoop here, a dangly one here, a skull in here somewhere, a hoop up here, and it all is like cohesive and it's the same kind of jewelry, like it's made by the same jeweler or manufacturer, I don't know, but it just all looks so awesome. But then I'm like, absolutely fucking not, because some of the ear piercings people get, oh my god, I can't even imagine how painful it is. Like I look at it and I instantly think, fuck that for a barrel of laughs. Like, no thank you, do not sign me up. I do not want to be part of that newsletter. It just looks so painful. Again, like I was saying, with me wearing headphones, and I definitely have to wear headphones, it's not like I can have a downtime or anything. Like I edit pretty much every single day, so I can't have like a week off or whatever. I mean, I could probably pre-film and, you know, work my way around that, but oh my goodness, oh no, I don't know. I definitely will pluck up the courage to get my second hole, maybe even a third hole done this year. I'll take you guys with me on that journey. I'll let you know how I go. Yeah, I don't know, just ear piercings they're for no weak bitch, okay? They're for no weak bitch. Anyone that gets their nose pierced freely and happily and their ears pierced, you know, anything cartilage, you know, oh my god, yes, I'm proud of you. You're a warrior. There's an art to ear piercings now. Like, gone the days where you would have one hole and maybe a tragus or cartilage up here. It's all fancy dancy now, you know, everything has a name and everything has a position, and oh god, it's hard to keep up with, honestly. Like, people talk about it in my Facebook group, and you know, every week there's a new ear piercing name, and I'm just like, oh my god, I can't catch up. Grandma cannot catch up, like, no. But yeah, I'd love to do more of that. It's just, I'm so scared of the pain, and this is coming from someone that will happily get tattooed for hours and hours and hours. I'm just not cool anymore. My time has gone. The days where I used to scroll through BME Zine or BME Zine or whatever you want to call it. God, does anyone remember that? I used to scroll through the piercing pages through there like it was a Bible. Like, I was fascinated with piercings and how they worked and the names of them and how you healed them and people's stories, and it gets painful, you know? My tolerance has gone down. Anyway, I would love to know what piercings you have now, what piercings you'd love to get now. What are your retired piercings? Are there any piercings you would love to get but you're just too scared to do it, or there's a reason why you're not doing it? I would love to know. Is there anyone else like me that's a bit of a chicken? Hi, hello. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing very, very well, and until my next video, bye.